Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Scorpio is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Scorpio, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here is your intuition, the High Priestess. High Priestess is card number 2 of the tarot. What is right behind the High Priestess? What is card number 3? The Empress. The High Priestess is that intuitive faculty. It is that spiritual message. It is that guiding light in your life that's showing you the way to your Empress life, to real satisfaction, to abundance, to growth and expansion and success and prosperity and all of this good stuff, to paradise, to the Garden of Eden, to the Big Rock Candy Mountain. Got to follow your intuition. Now let's put this card into some context. Let's see if we can get some more details here. We've got to follow our intuition. We've got to act. You got a Prince of Wands. You've got the Seven of Pentacles. You got the Seven of Wands, but a Three of Wands, and oh, see, there it is. There's the Wheel of Fortune to expansion, growth, success, prosperity. Okay? I think a major expansion is coming in your life right now. Okay? Because you've been working at this problem for a long time. 7 and 7. Fire, earth. You've been working on this problem day in and day out. You have never given up. There's the Three of Swords. I was just going to say, we don't see any swords here, do we? But of course we're going to get some because, you're human after all. So you're going to have doubts. You're going to start wondering should I still be doing this? Should I show up every day and keep banging on that problem? Right? Or should I just quit and give up and go a different direction? Well, you may have had thoughts like that, but you've never acted on them because all this fire right here is saying that you're still working at it, even though sometimes you may feel a little bit sorrowful. You may feel a little bit of depression, but look at this, jubilation. 3 of Cups and a 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so this to me feels like you're breaking through whatever this is. You're growing. This is like the uncarved block of wood, and now you're making something out of it. This is the raw materials, right? You're building a fortress with it. Okay, so this is really leading to a lot of, I think, financial stability. I think that your life is going to get a lot more secure and a lot easier, honestly. A lot easier. You're kind of getting to the top of the wheel here. Everything is growing and expanding. If this is your business, business is going to be booming. There's a lot of growth here. Okay, big expansion coming right now. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it right here with Mr. Ed, the little horse, right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during this program you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction in the comments. Let's do it together. Let's use our intuition. Because the intuition, as we look around the room, the intuition is leading you directly to your expansion, your growth, your leveling up, your breakthrough, the Jupiter energy, the prosperity, right? This is your destiny. This is what you are meant to achieve. This is the wheel of fate is turning in your favor here. This is good luck. This is good fortune. This is serendipity. This is synchronicity. This is karma. And it really, if we're looking at this fire and earth energy here, it's kind of saying that intuitively you know Trust in the process here. You know that you've put in so much work here, and you've come up against these failures, small f failures, day in and day out. You've put in the work, and you've been banging on this door for a long, long time. You know in your heart of hearts that it's going to pay off. I'm just going to keep digging. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to show up to the gym every day. I'm going to show up to the basketball court every day. I'm going to practice every day. I'm going to work hard every day, and it's going to hit. I know it's going to hit, right? And here is that confirmation that, yeah, it's about to be jackpot time for you, Scorpio. Major expansion coming right now. We've got fire, fire, fire. We've got just a little bit of water, not even that much water. Okay? We got a little bit of air, not even that much air, right? And we've got earth and earth and earth. So what you have essentially is fire, 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 earth, earth, earth. Fire to earth, the spiritual electrical circuit of manifestation. It's an instant act of creation. It is the sort of original act of creation, right? Heaven to earth, impulse to behavior, will to action, inspiration to implementation, above to below. It's the process of manifestation. Instant creation, fire to earth, that electrical circuit. Needs a conductor. Right? What is the conductor? What comes in between fire and earth? Well, if you look at the Hermetic elements, it's fire, water, air, and then earth. Fire to earth separated by the human heart and mind. Air and water, right? Which is what you've got here, air and water. So the only thing left for you to do is to clarify your thoughts, harmonize your thoughts with your feelings, your intuition, and this success is yours. That's how you unlock the door. Because right now, your heart is the perfect conduit of that spiritual electrical current, right? Your heart is the good conductor, but your mind is not. Your mind is still having occasional doubts. Your mind is still a little bit sorrowful over it. Your mind is, I think, connected with something from the past. There's the Three of Swords. It's the function of memory, mostly. And we also, of course, have our Queen of Pentacles here. So we are looking at something from the past that is sort of preventing us from fully believing in what we're doing. We have 3, 3, and 3. Okay. Leading to a 4 of Pentacles, which is, that it's absolutely perfect. But the thinking faculty, okay, your intellect here is, I think, a little bit concerned with the past, and maybe it's even a reference to the Seven of Wands that's saying we've been thinking too much about the Seven of Wands in the past position, and maybe that's the idea that, you know what, a hammer used to work, but now it's not working anymore. So why doesn't it work? I keep using the hammer, it's not doing anything. Maybe we just need to use a different tool. Okay? Let's consider that. What we have here with the Prince of Wands is action. Fixed fire energy, your enthusiasm, your level of energy, your commitment. You're here and you're awake and you're ready to work, right? This is tenacity. This is perseverance. This is a sustained level of energy. This is saying you got your car up to 60 miles an hour and I'm keeping it there. Not too fast, but it's not too slow either. It's a good cruising speed, it's like 55 miles an hour where you get the best gas mileage, Any faster, you're burning too much fuel and you're not making up for it with the increase of speed. Anything less and you're burning less fuel, but you're also going so slow that it's going to take you longer to get there. I think I don't know, maybe someone can confirm this for me, fact check it for me, but I think like 55 is where you get the best gas mileage in any internal combustion vehicle, all right? And that's kind of what this card is. It's efficiency. I'm going just fast enough to get the most result, the most bang for my buck, the most result from the effort that I'm putting in. Okay? And I think that this is that sweet spot. Spirit's telling you to keep doing this. And maybe there's some regret over that Seven of Wands, because it could be the Seven of Wands is when we weren't really in that sweet spot. We weren't getting the best gas mileage. And this is back in the day when I used to really have a lead foot. I used to drive real fast. I used to accelerate real quick. I used to joyride my cars a little bit, and it's a waste, right? It wasn't efficient. Why would I still be worried about that? Why would I still be sort of getting mad at myself over that? I can't believe. Maybe this was a lot of exertion doing the wrong thing. Maybe this was you banging your head against a wall and not making any progress. And now we're just thinking, oh, why did I waste so much time doing that? Why did I put in all that effort doing the wrong thing? Woe is me, right? Well, that's the only thing we have to clear up. We just have to sort of get out of that way of thinking, and I think the doors are going to open up for you. Big time. Major expansion coming. Okay. And that's kind of what I feel the Seven of Wands is. It's kind of like we get a little bit too frantic. It's a Mars in Leo energy. This is pure Leo energy, the fixed fire, right? It's a Leo kind of energy. This is a Mars in Leo energy. Now, if I were you, I'd watch the Leo reading that we did. It might be relevant to you. The Seven of Wands is then too much force applied. You know, this is kind of like when we're when we're washing the dishes at home and we're really just scrubbing them real hard. Why are we so aggressive? Why are we so angry here, you know? We don't need to put in that much effort. It's like someone who's like aggressively vacuuming the carpet. Let's just calm down. You know, it's an overexertion. We're putting in more energy than is needed, and we're not getting any increase of results. It's not making anything any better. It's just wearing us out. It's wasting gas. It's not going to get us there any quicker, you know? And now, I tell you, when I drive now, I drive like just under the speed limit. I'm one of those like old people now, I know. It drives kind of slow. I mosey because I get the best gas mileage, and I don't get there any later than what I would have if I was driving all erratically and really stepping on the gas, you know? No, I like to drive calmly, quietly, slowly, safely, get the best gas mileage, and I still get there on time. And I feel much better mentally about it, right? So this is that there was a time where I think you were putting in way too much effort than was actually called for in some situation, whether this is how we've been reacting to problems, right? Kind of getting way like an overreaction, getting way more angry than we need to be, being way more kind of aggressive than we need to be, getting agitated, you know, really scrubbing the dishes really, really hard when we can just do it gentle and it's okay. And I think that this was yesterday's energy too, by the way. We're not in this mode anymore. Right now we're realizing that to get through these challenges, these are those small f failures. When you're at the gym and you're trying to make progress, you want to work out to failure, right? We want to reach the point that we sort of hit our wall, we hit our limit, because then the next day we'll come back, we'll get right up to that limit again, and we'll push a little bit faster, a little bit further. We'll get beyond the limit a little bit. We find the wall, and then we push the wall a little bit, right? And that's progress. But we have to know where these little f failures are, not the big F. I don't want you to feel like a big F failure. Because if we fail, it does not mean that we are failures. Okay? Now, I don't know if that's what's going on here with our Three of Swords. I don't want you to feel like a failure just because you've figured out where your wall is. Most people never know where their wall is because they never try. Okay? You know where your wall is, so you know what problem it is that you're trying to get past. So we don't need to be angry and aggressive. We don't need to be overexerting ourselves. We need to be in the flow. We need to be in this perfect sort of conductivity where the fire can get to earth and we're making progress. It's almost like it's you don't want to use a battery with too much power to light your light bulb. I don't know anything about electricity, but I feel like you're going to blow your light bulb up, right? You want to have the right wattage for the right task. Does that make sense? You put too much juice into something, you're going to blow it up. The light bulb's going to shatter. You're going to fry your computer or something. I don't know. So that's the idea. Anyway. But I feel like you recognize where the boundaries are. You recognize where your wall is. You know that you don't always need a hammer to get through the wall. You don't always need to be as forceful as you can. Sometimes we're exceeding our limits, but we got to do so gently, right? And anyway, the Three of Wands is your ability to know how much juice to give it, right? You know the right amount of juice. More is not always better. Harder is not always faster. Faster is not always faster, right? So this is your ability to know really what is the right technique, what is the right choice, what is the right tool for the job. Sure, if all I have is a hammer, well, I'm just going to make the best of it. But you have other tools in your toolbox, and this is your ability to know what is the right tool. Maybe it's more fun to use the hammer. Yeah, sometimes it's not going to really. It may be fun, but it's going to be a waste of energy, right? Like driving your car fast and aggressively and whatever. It's a waste. It's dangerous, and it's a waste of gas. So all of this is leading us to our Jupiter energy, the reward, the prosperity, the profit, the expansion, the growth, the leveling up, the destiny, the fate. It's Scorpio o'clock right now. This is Spirit's timepiece. This is the cosmic wristwatch. I'm not wearing my watch today. It's Spirit's way of saying, okay, it's your time now. This breakthrough's coming. Okay, you're about to level up. You're about to hit this jackpot with whatever this work is that you're doing, whatever the wall is that you're up against. Keep doing what you're doing in a controlled and responsible way, and you're going to get it. All right. Now let's talk about the path of the serpent. As we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything. I feel like you're somebody who likes black coffee, right? And Spirit's showing me a postcard. I don't know if it's a vacation that you have taken already or that you want to take. There's something about a postcard. Yeah. We talked about the Three of Swords. This is your general energy. It's one maybe of melancholy. It's one maybe of starting to see this Seven of Pentacles and thinking, I don't know if I'm ever going to get past this, right? Kind of feeling like I've been up against this wall for a long time, and maybe we've kind of literally hit a wall. We've literally like reached some sort of plateau. And Spirit through the High Priestess is saying, let's not think that way. Let's follow our intuition. Spirit is trying to guide you. Your own soul is trying to guide you and say, no, you're doing everything right. Don't start feeling like more is going to be better or faster is going to be faster. Don't start thinking that maybe just getting the hammer out and banging the hell out of it is going to work. Let's not do that. Okay, Spirit's telling you what you're doing is working. Keep being smart, selecting the right tools, the right techniques, the right approach, and things are going to be okay. We start getting mad, we start making mistakes. You know what I mean? We start scrubbing the plates too hard, and we end up breaking some of our fine china. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles here is in the position of your environment, of your relationships. Okay. I feel like it's a good time for you to review the progress that you have already made in a very real way, in some measurable way. Okay, so you're at the gym. You kind of look at all the times you've leveled up the weights. You know, well, when you started, I was lifting like 10 pounds. Now I'm lifting 1,000 pounds or whatever, right? So you look at the long and winding road that it took for you to get right here where you are. Put yourself in the context of your environment and be able to see. It's kind of like we're zooming out of our lives and we're seeing ourselves and we're seeing the context in which we live, the context in which we exist, right? And I think this is going to be very important for you because Spirit wants you to acknowledge how much success you've already achieved, how far along you've already traveled, right? Look at what you've already overcome. Yeah. Look at what you've. There's an understanding here. There's a practical wisdom. Look back at all the challenges you've already faced and what tools you needed, because now you have the wisdom and the experience and the knowledge to know the right tool for the right job. We don't have to just always default to the hammer. Things start going bad, where's my hammer, right? No, you have experience with a lot of things already. You've already accomplished a lot. You know how to do this. We've just got to stay calm. We've got to get our head right, and we've got to stay in the flow. And we've got to just be able to know to select the right tool for the right task. Okay? And that is some of that retrospective. This is also Spirit's way of saying that, look, where you are right now is a result of all the choices you've ever made in life. And therefore, who you're going to be long term in the future is going to be based on all the choices that you make right now. Okay? And we want to make our future selves proud, right? So let's make good choices. The Three of Cups is in the position of the obstacle or the difficulty for you. I don't think you find it easy to ask for what you want. It seems that there's a need for you to communicate your feelings more. I think that whatever situation you're in now, whatever this work is, somehow it involves you being able to communicate, being able to express yourself, or if you want something, we have to be able to articulate it and ask for it. With the Three of Swords, it's kind of saying that I have wants and needs, but there's no chance I'll get it. You know, it's kind of like we've already doomed ourselves to having our desires and our needs unfulfilled. But this is the other way around. This is saying I have needs and wants, and I know I can get it. I know it's out there for me. I know I just have to ask for it. I have to work hard. I have to do X, Y, Z with the right tool, right job, etc. And I can get it. So this is kind of an optimism, and this is a pessimism. Well, you can tell that just by looking at the cards, you know. The Four of Pentacles at the end here is stability, safety, security. I think a financial security is definitely part of this. I think this is also this is a safe place for you to express yourself, you know. It is the establishment of a life where you feel free to be who you are, to ask for what you want, to manifest what it is that will make your soul sing, right? And I think that this is kind of, especially as we get older, this is what we're starting to look for more. We're starting to sort of value those things in life that really make us happy, that make us grateful and gracious and appreciative. We want to celebrate life. Maybe it's not so much about achievements. Maybe that's kind of part of what our 7 and 7 is. Maybe it's going after these kind of material achievements are always sort of the same, you know, but going after some kind of a manifestation of this abundance, joy, a deeper soul satisfaction, finding a safe place, finding a way, creating a life wherein our soul can sing. Maybe that means more than just the sort of, you know, fighting and struggling to manifest whatever this is here. So I don't know if perhaps your priorities are changing a little bit, but I feel that a big part of your work right now is to understand what it is your soul really wants. And maybe as we start to kind of tire of that fire to earth struggle to just get through the wall and keep pushing the wall back, maybe we're going to keep doing that, but we also want to find something else. We want to find some sort of stability in all of this. We want to find some kind of, maybe this is the establishment of something that lasts beyond you. The establishment of something that is semi-permanent, a legacy, right? Something that will outlive you. Something that in a way will kind of immortalize your efforts, right? The creation of this, and this could be generational wealth. That could be some kind of a property. It could be, you know, it could be some land. It could be an acreage. It could literally just be kind of a stability of your own health. If this is struggling against a blockage, this is going to be then the sort of stabilization of things. All right. So it depends on your situation, depends on what this work really is for you. Let's look at our mystery card. I would love to see the Empress. I want to see that big rock candy mountain. I want to see, gosh, I don't know. Yeah, maybe the Empress. Let's see what we have. If you have a prediction, though, put it in the comments. Oh, the universe, the world, right? To me, this feels like it is another expansion. Because this could be boundaries. This could be kind of like we're achieving something that is solid, something that is, kind of semi-permanent. But the universe here, the world card, is kind of showing that like we're not limiting ourselves. That we may be establishing something. This is okay. The business is open. This is saying like, let's expand the business. Let's keep going. Maybe the outcome that you've been expecting is just stability, kind of basic needs being met. But maybe this expansion here now with both of these major arcana, this is the removal of boundaries. This is the absence of limitations. It could be that your life now is really growing and expanding beyond what you were expecting, beyond the sort of goal that we had in mind. This is kind of the finish line. I got the three, and I just want to get the 4. This would be goal for you, right? Maybe it's Spirit's way of saying you've been thinking too small, right? That you are now realizing that the success is going to continue on beyond that 4 of Pentacles. Now it makes the 4 of Pentacles seem like kind of small potatoes, right? But I feel like that was our finish line. And now I think Spirit's saying that there really is no finish line. You can go as far as you want. This can get as big as you wish it to get. That we don't have to, in some ways, we don't have to accept the limitation of the 4 and then feel like, well, that's the end of my joy, right? So it's kind of like with the 3 of Cups in this position, we don't want to reach the finish line because then our work is over. Once we get here, the race is done, and then what? Then I sort of celebrate for a couple minutes, but then that's it. I'm done, right? The real joy is in the doing. The real joy is in the work, is in the race. And maybe the world card here is saying that, the finish line could just be the start of another race for you. That doesn't have to be the end. Yeah. And maybe that's why we're trying to avoid the 3 of Cups a little bit. We don't want to celebrate our win because then it's like, when you're celebrating the win, that we're going to have to go home now. It's kind of like you're at a really fun event and you're watching a show and the band, they come out, they do their encore and it feels so good. Everybody's cheering, but there's it's bittersweet because that's really this time, it's really the last song. And then you're going to have to go home. The party's over, So it could be that we don't want that 4 of Pentacles really because it means the party's over. Well, all this expansiveness and growth and abundance and this universe card or world card is kind of saying that there are no boundaries here. It doesn't have to end, I like this message for you. We're going to do an extended reading too. We'll do an I Ching reading. We'll do an oracle card reading. There's a link in the corner. There's a link down below. New readings for Scorpio, usually Wednesday and Saturday. Feel like we just kind of needed this bonus reading, yeah. Be sure to watch both of your other free readings. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free. Doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.